I've never found a love like this.
There it is.
I've never found a love like this.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the T20 Zone team. All the boys are in the house tonight, and someone is echoing, but I don't know who it is. Lucas,
There's an
how are
echo.
you?
There's an echo.
Who is that?
That is out 300%. How you doing, Lucas? All good?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm looking forward to you entering the UK. Let's hope you can get in and don't get nicked or anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully
It's
not.
all good. Mitch, how are you doing, son?
Good.
Are you looking forward to Saturday, Mitch?
I don't know. Kind of, yeah. I'm looking forward to the day. The game itself, well, we'll see. I'll see how I feel on the day.
Tom, how are you doing, man?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Good. And Alfie with a dodgy echo, how are you?
I'm ecstatic. I can't wait to see Lukey Pokey on Saturday as well as Mitch. So I'm absolutely ecstatic. I think I might cry.
Fuck his football with Brownie.
Right.
Why does that come up?
Let's have no tears tonight. West Ham versus Wolves at the weekend preview. Tom, I'll start with you. How important is it that West Ham do not lose this game on Saturday?
Massively. I'd probably say this is our biggest game of the season so far. Both teams desperately need a win. We need to start off this sort of after this international break on the front foot and need to start picking up results. Need to start picking up results fast. If for whatever reason the Matt Law report about David Moyes having the next 4 games to turn it around, then these players that have been, I would say, incredibly loyal to Moyes and Moyes to them also need to step up and prove themselves more than anything, because we know they're capable of doing it, and it's just been a bit of a waste the last since the start of the season. It's been horrendous. So yeah, this is probably between now and the World Cup. There's a ton of games coming up across all the competitions. Just go out and prove your worth, I think, is all we need to say. And I expect 3 points of the weekend. I think genuinely, if we didn't get 3 points of the weekend, I don't know what we'd do. I think we'd be banging trouble. I really do. Because we need to see a reaction, and it needs to happen now. Yeah,
I agree. Lucas, you will be entering the UK on Saturday morning, and then you will be going to the game on Saturday evening. What is going to happen Saturday night?
It would be something.
A few drinks.
Last trip, didn't see one win. And I could be coming in on Saturday, seeing our beloved manager being sacked. That would really ruin my trip. I can't lie to you. That'd just be doom and gloom, clouds everywhere the rest of the trip for me. Because I do love David Moyes, and I want him to stick around because I know he's capable of still taking us to where we want to go. But as we all know, football waits for no man, doesn't stand still. It is always moving forward. And if you're not moving forward, you're moving back. So,
it does in the summer months. There's a 2-month break, but yeah.
But Saturday's massive, because if we don't, even if we draw, it'll feel a bit like a loss because the Wolves are just not great at all, and we really need to win. But I can't really think in my head. I'm thinking with my betting brain and my football brain. It's going to be a tight match. It's going to be tough to see 2 or 3 goals go in. So I really think if we are going to win it, I think we do nick it 1-0. But we'll get more into that, get more in depth. Yeah. But I wouldn't say I'm nervous. I'm dreading it, because it's almost like if you don't like scary movies, you just asked a bird on a date to a scary movie, and you're like, I fucking hate scary movies. Why am I going to this?
I know exactly what you mean. Mitch,
yeah.
What are you expecting on Saturday, right?
Beautiful analogy, I know.
I don't think we'll win. I think it will be a draw. If we do lose, I think it's going to be very, very toxic. Not just online, but even in the ground. It's going to be boos. Probably fans fighting amongst themselves because of disagreements. What?
It's like I said, I'm just like, obviously I'm looking forward to it, but like really, I'm kind of dreading it.
Yeah.
Because like Mitch said, it literally could get toxic like that. It really could.
And I think it will. It should be exciting. When Brummy bastards. I think Wolves are a fantastic supported side. I think the home support and the away support is absolutely brilliant. And they're probably going to be in full voice. They're not doing too well at the minute, so that's a good sign for us. Yeah, mate. I don't know. I can't really call how it's going to go, but I just hope we can get a point at least. It's stupid that we're saying this now.
We shouldn't be saying this. That's the thing. But we should be thinking about beating this team. But I do agree with what you're saying. Alfie, what do you expect on Saturday?
We're going to win. We're going to win on Saturday. We're going to have a great day. Pre-game, me, Mitch, and Lucas are going to have 10 TGIs. During the game, we're going to secure a victory. Then after the game, we're going to go clubbing. And Lucas will end up with more than one person in his hotel room. I cannot wait for Saturday. And it's going to be a victory, no doubt.
But
that person's literally going to be you, Alfie. But yeah, that's fine, you know.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But listen, before we get into the teams that we've sort of picked tonight,
next week it'll be Tom in my room.
How much is it that this is all on Moy this next sort of 3 games? Because like it's Saturday, Thursday, and then the Sunday against Fulham. If we don't beat Wolves, the pressure's going to be mounting on him big time, isn't it?
Because I mean, let's be realistic. Our next 3 matches, it should be 9 points, but we know it's not going to happen. So keeping my realistic hat on, even though a draw against Wolves would feel like a loss, that wouldn't be the worst result in the world. Yes, we don't want that, but
no, a loss is unacceptable. It is a terrible result. There's no.
But a draw to me is a bad result because we should be beating them.
I think a draw is a bad result as well.
Yeah.
It's very bad.
I think the
at home we cannot be accepting a draw to a poor Wolves side.
I think the draw.
I think what I'm saying is, so who we got? We have Wolves at home, Fulham at home, and then who's our third match?
Oh, Anderlecht, are you on about?
We've got Anderlecht in there, but I'm not really worried about him. I think Southampton is the following game.
I think.
Oh, Southampton away.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So if keeping it Premier League, or we could use the 4. I would say, out of Wolves, Fulham, and Southampton, I think Fulham should be the one that should be a guaranteed 3 points, just because.
I think that's the hardest game.
I was going to say.
I think Wolves is going to be. I think Wolves is going to be harder because they're going to sit back and worse shit in possession. I think with Fulham, it'll be back and forth.
I don't think Wolves will sit back at all. I think Wolves will be the team that will look to press. But some of the players they've got, they need a reaction just as much as us. You know, they've signed all these decent Portuguese players. You know, they've got to make it work just as much as we do.
I just feel like with Fulham, the game's going to be a lot more open than Wolves.
I think for me, I think Fulham will be the tougher game. I can't lie. Just simply because I think they're actually playing very good football this year.
Fulham are incredibly well coached this season. I've been so impressed with Marco Silva.
I said they've done a good season.
I think off the ball they're fantastic. On the ball they're fantastic. And yeah, it's a good point from Mitch what he just made there. I thought they were going to do okay as well, to be fair. I think managerial-wise, Marco Silva has got them down to a T this year. And I think Southampton are inconsistent. Wolves look shit.
So who are we all saying? Who do we think is out of Wolves, Fulham, Southampton? Which one is a must
Wolves.
win?
All of them are must win, but we got to beat Wolves the most.
Wolves game, but the toughest game will be, I think, against Fulham potentially.
I think Southampton away is always a tough game, though. I know, but it's another gap. We just don't.
Southampton away has always been a good game. There's always been goals.
Yeah, but it's just that we never do well down there. We do a couple of good seasons.
Yeah.
I don't know. Our record over the last few years, bar last year, we became Southampton's bogey team for a good few years. I think.
Yeah.
In the away games.
No, overall, Mitch. I think if you go back and look at it, before last season, for about 3 years, we didn't lose to them once.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm talking about away games.
We still won 1 or 2 of them and didn't lose. We didn't lose, so.
Yeah.
Can someone get that fact up in the chat?
And we didn't lose
Last
last year away.
10 away
You've got to
fixtures.
remember. We didn't lose
Huh?
last year away. We
We did
didn't
in the
lose in
FA
the league
Cup.
last year away. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
care about that.
Right.
My favourite
so-
Southampton away was when Felipe Anderson and Tono scored. That was a superb game.
that was around Christmas time. I remember that game. Right, Lucas, get
That was
up.
the last game where Anderson
Pablo
started.
Fornals put his thumbs up to
becoming
me,
shite.
and I was really excited.
And we beat them away when Haller scored, remember? 1-0. Do you remember that?
Allah.
Hello,
Yeah.
scored at Southampton, yeah.
Yeah, we beat them 1-0. We always do. It's a myth, actually. We do well over the last few years against the Saints, I've got to say.
Mate, it doesn't matter. We're playing shit in a minute. So all form and like previous form from previous seasons is completely out the window.
If West Ham, but before I get on to our lineups, if West Ham play well on Saturday, and we say we draw the game, is that a positive though? In a way, like I want us to play well, but not.
If we play well and Wolves
Yeah.
play well and we get a draw, it's not terrible because at least
Right.
I see improvement in their performance. But
Yeah.
there's got to be an improvement in their performance.
Yeah.
Like the
I disagree.
Why?
I get what Mitch is saying, but we've lost 5 games already. I mean, we
Yes,
absolutely need to
Alfie,
win.
but it's early in the season. Like points at this stage aren't massively crucial unless you get to the end of the season.
Yeah,
Obviously, they're still important,
I know, I
but
get that.
seeing a big improvement in our performance,
Need a reaction.
taking it to Fulham and Southampton, I'd be a lot happier than if we
I get
drew
that.
or even lost, but we played really well and was unlucky.
I get that, but I think we actually just probably on another day we could have beat Spurs. On another day we could have beat Chelsea, Everton. Yes, we.
I hate
should.
that mentality. Like another day we do this, another day we do that.
Yeah, but
Another day we beat
but
Nottingham Forest.
Mitch,
Jack
that's
Eldon
my
says
whole
999
point.
times we
Mitch,
play like that against Forest to win.
What you're saying is my whole point. On another day we could have won all these games. So if we draw against Wolves, and we on another day we could have won. We need to win now. It doesn't matter if we play like a flipstick. We've got to win. Yes, I want to see a good performance, but if we win, I'll be over the moon.
Oh, I'm going to say this, right? I think if we lose a game, I strongly think he's out the door, Moyes. I really do, or he's
After
near
Wolves?
enough out the door.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's like I said at the start with what that Matt Law said. I think he's definitely got the 4 games. I think he's bought himself enough time over the last 2 years to get the supposed 4 games that he's got now.
I think he's still at bare minimum has till the World Cup break, but that's just my opinion.
Agreed.
I
Right.
think that, but if he does lose the next 4, then I can't not
I
disagree
can agree with that,
the
yeah.
sacking of him.
But let me put it this way: if he wins against Wolves and then loses or don't pick up another win at the next 3, it's still a failure, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's still a failure, massively. Yeah,
He needs at least, I'd say, 2 wins and a draw out of the next 4 league games.
Yeah, I agree.
minimum.
Yeah, minimum.
I agree with you on that. Right, Lucas, get
I'm not
into
saying
these
about all the
lineups.
points in the Premier League. I
Which
understand
one?
that, Hamid, but I would rather us lose if we played extremely well against Wolves but got unlucky than getting a draw and both teams are really shit.
Lucas, get the lineup.
That's just me.
Right.
Which lineup
Well-
should we show first?
Let's start off with Mitchell's lineup because he's voiced his opinion. So let's have Mitchell's lineup first.
He won't shut up. Is the
Go for it.
All right.
Oh,
Give me.
Athos has
Tom gone.
disappeared. He'll be back.
Oh my.
Central C.
Get them up
yeah,
right
get
now.
out, Tom.
Where is Athos?
James, I'd just like to make an early prediction on Saturday, just while we wait for lineups, just to spice things up again. Mitchell to get a full rack of ribs at TGI's.
Probably. It's probably going to happen, isn't it?
Okay.
What is who was it who put tomato sauce on mash or something crap? Was it you, Alfie?
Yeah, Mitch took the photo. I didn't want it photographized. Well, that's got to be a new word, actually.
Zoom in, Lucas, if you can.
I didn't want it photographized, but me and Mitch enjoyed the Nando's, and I love ketchup on mash.
Right. Mitch, do you want to explain your team, mate? Obviously, looks like you got Ariola in goal, Kira, Emerson, Rice, Paqueta, Ben Rama's in there. Set Skamaka up front, and then you've got
Yes.
4 spaces left. Explain the 4 spaces for me, mate.
So, do we need to go for the players I've put in first already, or do we need to do
Go
the players
ahead.
I haven't put in?
Go ahead, buddy.
Okay, so Ariola, I think playing Fabianski game in, game out now.
Not the tips, by the way.
He's consistently decent, but not a game winner. At this point, we need people to step up, and I think Ariola is a keeper that can win us games and keep us in games. Fabianski ain't that keeper anymore. And he's much better at passing forward as well, Ariola, which is a big point in terms of, speeding up possession. Pardon me. Kera. Been probably one of our best players this season, alongside Ben Rama. Nothing to say about him really. I personally would start him at right back in this game, purely because Soufal has been absolutely shocking, but he starts regardless. It's just unquestionable. Emerson for me, much better at progressing the ball forward.
Of it, Mitch.
When Cresswell plays, he slows everything down. And he just ruins the whole pace of the team. The only thing Cresswell's good at doing is
Got very good pass accuracy, Mitch.
set pieces. Yeah, because Alfie, he keeps it safe, and he's just shit. I'm not even going to talk about the fucking Cresswell thing because it's going to drive me crazy. Declan Rice, without question, obviously, he starts in the pivot in midfield with the 2 other midfielders. I'd have him slightly deeper than the 2 other midfielders that I would play. Paqueta, I'd play very deep though as well, possibly next to Rice. I haven't really thought about it too much, but I think Paqueta definitely needs to play a much deeper role, like he's done in Brazil in the national break. He's looked good apparently in the first game. And it's just his more natural position. I think he's much better at passing forward. He's not really like a, creating something out of nothing kind of player in the final in around the area. He's more of like pick up the ball, pass it forward, and then, linking up play with other players. He's not a number 10. He's not a number 10. Why are you're talking absolute shit? He's not a number 10.
No, he's not a number
He's
10.
a number 8. He's a number 8.
Agree with Mitch there.
He plays number 8 for Brazil, which is where he plays his best.
Agree with Ginger.
What?
Ben Rama, not Ginger. Ben Rama. Been our best player, my opinion, this season. Been absolutely crucified by Moyes. Moyes has definitely got an agenda against him. Yeah, definitely our best player. He's got to start. He's looked good in every game he's come on. Effort, and he wasn't fantastic, but still was one of our better players going forward. We aren't Brazil, mate. So you want to play Paqueta in a number 10 position where he's played for us in the last 4 games. He's not been good, but when he plays good for Brazil in number 8, you completely forget about that and think, you know what? No, I'm just going to keep playing Paqueta as number 10, even though he's been shit. Makes loads of sense. Well done. Think about that one. Skamaka. I think it's time to shine. Look good against England. It is harsh on Antonio to be dropped. I understand that, but I just think he's a better player. And I watched the game. He wasn't good. Well, I was told different. But there you go. I didn't watch it either. But Paqueta is a natural number 8. I'm not even having this. I'm not having this debate.
Mitch, he was brilliant against Ghana. Ask any Brazilian, they'll tell you the same.
Good. I heard he wasn't that good in the second game. What are you talking to people?
Second game, he was shocking, yeah.
All right, but you're telling me things which you... yeah, that's my guaranteed start.
Now
that's
give us
7
your
guaranteed starts.
Give us your
Okay,
blanks.
the other players I'd start. I would start Cornet. I just think he's much more of a threat than Bowen this season. He's been very rough around the edges in a lot of the games. I agree, I understand that, but he's offered much more threat in and around the box. And I just think he deserves some time in the Premier League now. He deserves a chance. You know, he scored loads of goals in the Premier League last season, threatening. Just deserves a chance. Bowen's been very much off it. I was thinking about Antonio on the right, but the problem is, his stamina is so bad. Antonio, the tracking back and like keeping the lines, I think we'd really struggle with that. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I could do that. So I play corner right wing. Other midfielder, I would play Fornals or Downs. I haven't really thought about it too much, to be honest. Probably for the fact I think we're just lacking goals at the minute and creating stuff. I would start Fornals, but I think if Fornals has a really poor game against Wolves, then the game after I would start Downs. Fornals needs to start picking up some consistency because he's so hot and cold. The other centre back, I would start Zuma. You can't really debate that one. He's Tom's 5G's just gone down. That's why he can't come back. Zuma, without question, been solid recently. Slowly getting back to full fitness, it looks like, and confidence, which is good to see. Right back, I personally would start Kera there, but and then I would start Dawson in defence.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's it. That's my 11.
Lucas, do Alfie's 11 there, mate.
Coming right up, Chief.
Here's the tape. Right, let me run you through it all. Firstly, I'd like to comment on the midfield three. I'd swap Rice and Fornals, but I'd absolutely love to see a midfield three of Rice, Fornals, and Paqueta, with Fornals and Paqueta's being the eights. Paqueta is an 8. His best position is an 8. He's always played best at an 8. He failed at Milan as a 10, so anyone saying he's a 10 is incorrect. And he's looked crap playing as a 10 for us, let's be honest. He's number 8 and should be playing number 8. Same for Fornals. Fornals can get wasted at times out wide. He was abysmal against Everton, and you know how much I love Fornals, but it was absolutely shocking. He's not a winger. He's never been a winger. The only games where he works out wide is when he has someone good on the overlap because he can come inside into his actual position. When he's played as an 8 in the Europa League, he's looked very good. I'd like him to be an 8 with Paqueta and Rice as the DM. Kera and Zuma, no questions about it. That would be our centre-half partnership. Zuma, start the season, I said he was playing poorly, which he was. Since Brighton at home, he's been very good. Very, very good. He's picked up his form a lot.
Yeah, he's improved a lot, to be fair.
Yeah. So he's definitely improving. Kera has to start as well. Very good on the ball. Offers us a forward pass. At times makes a mistake defensively, but he's very clear on the team sheet at the moment and he has to start. Fabianski. Now, this one was more me thinking what Moyes would do as well as what I would do. We all know Fabianski will start. It's not even a question.
No, what would you do, Alfie? Because this is your team. What would you do?
I'd start Fab as well because although I'd like to see Areola put into the team eventually, and I do believe Areola probably is the better keeper at this stage of his career, I don't think Areola's been very good when he's played this season. Fab's not been outstanding, but bar the Chelsea game, I don't think he's bad. So at the moment, I'd start Fab. And then Antonio up front. I'd like to see Scamacca start. If we could somehow fit both of them in the same team, I'd be happy. But I don't want to see a front two, so it would be very hard because it would mean you'd have to play Antonio out wide. But I don't think Antonio deserves to get dropped at the moment. And I'm a big fan of Mikel. He's caused Wolves problems every time we played him, if you remember. When we beat him 1-0 last year, he was fantastic. When we beat him 4-0, he was unreal. I think it's the perfect game for Antonio. So those are the players I'd guarantee would get in the team.
Fair enough, Alfie. Who are your missing links?
Left wing, without a doubt, I'd start Saeed Benrahma. I think, as Mitch said, he's been our best player when he's played this season. And I said it on the show the other day, although he's not got a goal and an assist, he probably deserves at least a goal and assist. He had a goal wrongfully disallowed against Forest. He hit the bar against Forest. He's hit the post in other games. He's been very unlucky. Yes, I'm not his biggest fan because he does make errors in decisions. But this season, he's been as good as anyone. In fact, he's been better than everyone. And we need some trickery against this Wolves side because we need something different. And he deserves to play. We deserve to play players on merit. Ben Rama offers threat. He will come inside too and allow players to come in on the outside. So I would start Said Ben Rama without a doubt on the left wing. But I wouldn't be too unhappy if Cornet played there. Now on the right, I would start Jared Bowen. I know I can understand completely why people wouldn't be happy with that. He probably, on the reflection of things, doesn't deserve to start, but then again, nobody does. But I'd start him because I want to see him return to his form. I just know what he can do. He scored 2 goals against Wolves when we beat him 4-0. He was outstanding again when we beat him 1-0 last year. I know what Jared can do, and at some point, I do admit him starting does need to come to an end, and it probably has already reached that stage. But this is my team, and I would personally play Bowen. I also think he's better than Maxwel Cornet, especially on the right. So it's more of a case of what other options have we got, and I believe Bowen is that best option. Right back, I wouldn't be unhappy if Kara played there and Dawson played centre half, but I would play Soufal, and that's not because I think Soufal's been good this year. I think he's been rubbish. I think he's been.
So you play
rubbish.
Soufal and Bowen on the right side again, when
Yeah,
that's been the worst right hand side in the whole league this season. Alfie, that just doesn't make any sense, mate.
It does make sense.
It doesn't, because they've been
It
in every game they've played together this season. They've been absolutely shocking. It's just not going to change.
Right, listen. We've got Paqueta on that right-hand side now. That will improve things. And, let me just add, I'd rather see Kufal right back and Kara starting centre-back so that we can have Kara playing them central forward passes than Dawson at centre-back and Kara at right back.
You need some pace at the back, though, don't you? I do agree with you there.
I want to see us take the game to Wolves.
But they're playing Costa up front.
He's crap.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter. They've still got creativity out wide.
Yeah.
Just in my opinion, I'm
talking about the pace in behind. You don't need Kevin's pace in the middle of the park.
Yeah, but I completely get what you're saying. But although the right-hand side has been poor this year, Paqueta coming in on that right would offer us a central pass for Soufal, which would make him simplify things a bit more. And I'd rather see Kara at centre-back than right-back at the moment. I think we need the forward passing in centre-back, and Zuma and Dawson don't offer that as a pairing. So I want to see Soufal play right-back, not on merit, just on the fact that he's the only one left. And then left-back, this is the one where I'm going to get absolutely killed. So kill me if you want. I'd start Aaron Creswell. Let me explain. I've started Said Ben Rama. Yes, I've started Said Ben Rama. And if I was to play a left-hand side of Said Ben Rama and Emerson, I believe we would get killed. Because I like Said and I would start him, as I've said. I think he deserves to start. I like Emerson too. But them as a pairing, in my opinion, in the Premier League at the moment, with the way we're playing, would not work. We need Creswell, who's a bit more defensively minded than Emerson in terms of his positioning.
But Alpha, you're playing Fornals in the left side of midfield three. Fornals can rotate with them and cover.
Yeah, but it's still not enough. I think
it is. The Wolves are shit attacking. They're really poor going forward this season. I don't feel threatened by them at all. We're at home as well.
No, I get what you're saying, but we're in a really poor position as well. And Creswell, I think personally, in just my opinion, the hate for him this season has been a bit biased based on his past actions from the Europa League semi-final, etc. He's not been outstanding.
But has Emerson done anything wrong not to start, though?
No, he's not necessarily done anything wrong, but I don't think Creswell has been bad either. So it's just a profile thing. I don't think Emerson offers the passing from deep in build-up that Creswell offers. He's an attacking-minded fullback. And Creswell, in my opinion, is a bit more conservative. Will keep the ball better. And
but Alfie, we don't need to keep the ball better and slowly. It's what we've been doing in the Premier League this season.
We haven't, Mitch. Our possession stats are shocking. And as I've got to agree, got to call out my man.
No, I'm not talking about that. We pass it side to side. There's no urgency. It's not quick.
Yeah, I'm not saying there's not. I've got to call out my man Jack Elderton quickly. Thank you, Jack. He made a good point. Why do people want all the players who keep the ball well dropped and then expect change? That won't happen.
But
What?
the problem is, I just want to
What are you
answer
talking
that.
about?
No,
I've
Mitch,
got to answer
your
that.
opinion isn't always right, Mitch. You've got to
Hold
accept
on.
this.
I've got to answer
Mate,
that.
Cresswell is shocking. He's not good
But
enough
we haven't
anymore.
kept the ball well all season, have we?
Yeah,
Really?
but Creswell's better at keeping the ball than Emerson. The only people who have kept the ball well is the likes of Creswell, Rice at times, Kara. Apart from
I don't
that,
know
no
about
one's
that.
kept the ball well.
Cresswell
And
looks
that
to put in stupid crosses every time he's on the ball from deep. It just doesn't
Right.
work.
Yeah, but Mitch,
It never works.
Yeah, Mitch, that's fine. But now we have Ben Rama to do all the attacking threat that Fornals doesn't offer, which means Creswell can focus a bit more on what he's good at. In my opinion, that left-hand side works.
That is your team, Alfie, yeah?
Yeah.
I think we need to go so much more attacking than that. I think
Right. Lucas, go to my team. This is going to be interesting.
All right. Fever, what we saying?
Right, goalkeeper. I'll start off. I think Fabianski, I don't think he's been that bad this year, if I'm being honest. Like when I look at the games that he's played, he got injured against City. Forest, he was unlucky. Got done by a lucky goal, really. He hasn't really made any howlers, like unreal howlers, like to say he should be dropped. The only howler that I remember him really doing is the Chelsea one for their first goal coming out against Chilwell. Other than that, I think he's been pretty all right. So Fab's in for me. I agree with Alfie with Krafel on the right-hand side because we have no one else. And I do want Kira in the middle. I think pace, one thing West Ham lack is in two centre-halves is pace. I think if you put Craig Dawson and Zuma in there, any balls in behind, then maybe like Wolves' players could get in behind us. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want that. So I think Kira has a centre-half, Zuma and Krafel.
I didn't
as
go
a free.
for right back, centre back, Richard. I said
Yeah.
right back.
So that'd be my three there. Obviously, Declan Rice comes in. It's a given, but I'd have him central midfield, not left or right. I'd have him central of the three. Up top, I would go with Skamaka. I see enough of him against England the other day to go, you know what, he could be an handful. And not Premier League defences don't know what Skamaka is. And for me, I'll just give him a go. He can't be any worse than Antonio. And Antonio hasn't really been that bad this year, but we need something fresh. There's no choice about it. We need something fresh. And I would play Skamaka. The reason why I picked Jared Bowen is for the simple fact this man loves to score goals against Wolverhampton Wanderers. That's the only reason why I'm picking him. He scored last season against them. He scored the season before against them. He scores goals against this team all the time. And he likes playing Wolves. So that is the only reason. If he hasn't got that record on his side, I wouldn't be playing this man. I would not be playing Jared Bowen. He would be out of my team, definitely. So Jared's in for me in there. Right. I start off at left back. I completely disagree with Alfie. Really, really do. Emerson has to play for me. He has to play. He gives us that sort of energy up and down that left-hand side that Cresswell doesn't. He passes the ball well at spells, but he's no different to Cresswell as in a defensive aspect. Cresswell can't defend as much as Emerson, but one thing Emerson can do, he can go forward. So I would say Emerson at left back.
James, I get what you're saying, and I can understand why people would start Emerson, but people really do not understand the importance of certain players in build-up. I get it. I get why you'd start Emerson, but I just think people are completely disrespecting what Creswell offers.
I'm not disrespecting Cresswell, but we need something fresh. And I think it's become stale with Cresswell in there. So I think
we lack ideas. Cresswell hasn't got creative ideas. He doesn't play 1-2s. He can't overlap.
He can't even get to the byline, Alfie. Like I've seen Emerson get to the byline multiple times now for West Ham.
Yeah, no, he's more exciting. I agree, Emerson, but I watched him defend against FCSB. Was it that we played at home? Defensively, Creswell ain't great, but in terms of Emerson, I'm really not convinced yet. So I'm going to hold my opinion a little bit on him. But if we can play back five or something in certain games, he'd be brilliant. Because
our problem hasn't been defending though; it's been going forward.
It has. So that's my left back on Emerson, right? I'll go to the left hand side of the attack, and people would think I would pick Syed Ben Rama, but I'm not.
Oh,
going to pick Maxwel Cornet for this.
oh,
I think it's made for. I think Cornet needs a start. I think Cornet and Bowen together,
fair enough.
left and right. That's pace either
Fucking
side,
hell, James.
I
right?
think that's fair.
And listen, I think Cornet has done quite a lot. Listen, I like Benny. Don't get me wrong, but I think Benny's not got that pace factor to get in behind teams, whereas Maxwell can. And I think he deserves a start, mate.
Yeah,
I don't think he's
James,
done anything wrong.
James,
believe
just
I'm
a quick
upset.
question. Just a
Go
quick
on.
question. When you comment on that pace factor that we need in behind, does that mean you'd rather see us play on the counter, or do you want us to play in settled possession but offer that threat on the counter?
I don't think West Ham are good enough to hold the ball. Right? All this possession-based football that West Ham are trying to play, this doesn't work with us. We're a counter-attacking
I think
team.
we could do it if we set up differently with
I think we
formation that
could.
works.
But the problem is, Mitch, we're not ready to do it now.
Yeah,
So we can't do it now. Do you know what I mean?
probably.
And
I don't know. But we could be, because how do we know? Because we haven't tried it yet. We haven't tried this.
well, we have
this
tried
setup.
it in 7 games, and look where
No,
it's
we haven't
getting
tried
us.
it. We haven't tried it because Moyes isn't set up for that way.
I
He's set up for us to. He's just been set up for us, setting us up wrong.
I
this
must
season,
admit,
Moyes.
yeah.
Well, really,
I agree with
I think we've been unlucky as well, but I don't know. Let's move on from that.
So on the left-hand side, I would play Maxwell
They've been unlucky
Cornet.
this season.
I think him, he can slip through the lines. And when I get to my 2 midfielders who are in there, then you understand why. On the left-hand side of midfield, I would play Pablo Fornells because I think that is his natural position. I don't believe this man is a 8
James,
or
I
a
love
10
it.
or whatever it is. I think he's good in a 3. And I think he's an industrial midfielder. I've always said that.
I love it.
So I would play Pablo on the left-hand side of a 3-man midfield. And on the right-hand side, I would only have to pick one man, and that is Lucas Paqueta.
Yes!
I think Paqueta on the right could do some damage, like finding the balls. And not, how can I put it? Souček shouldn't be starting this game, right? And if Souček starts, then that's a red flag for me straight away. But if you've got Fornells and Paqueta, you've got both of them players, and they're both... They can both find a pass. They can both find a pass over the top for 2 pacey wingers, like Bowen and Cornet. And Scamacca can just stay central, and that's how it should be.
Agreed.
So
I do like your setup,
me,
to be fair. That could actually really work.
That would be my setup: 4-3-3, attacking, and basically, if you look at that team, I think that team would do all right, in my opinion. So yeah.
I like Lucas a lot, to be fair.
What you saying, Lucas?
Okay, this is what I went with. So this is my lineup. So ignore the way the midfield's set up. I just threw those in there. But this is for me. These are who I think should be nailed on. I'll start off with Ben Rama, just for a simple reason. I think he's been arguably our best player this season. I think he needs a start, and I really think Wolves are going to give us possession at home, and personally, I'd rather see Benny on the wing in possession than Fornells. Bowen on the right, simply because, not that I don't think Maxwel Cornet shouldn't start. I still don't think he deserves to start over Bowen, and I think Bowen offers us more than Cornet. Like, in the grand scheme of things, obviously not right now because he's in poor form, but they're both haven't really set the world on fire. Then in the midfield, obviously Declan Rice has to be in there, and I think Paqueta has to be in there as well. And then I went with Kara at right back, Zuma and Dawson in the back. And I did this because, like I said, I'm predicting we're going to have the ball. And I think Kara allows us to get forward with not an extra attacker, but I'm still convinced he's the best crosser of the ball at the club after the one match against who was it?
And mate, with Scamacca in the box, which is where I'd start, I think Kara right back would be a great option. And it would,
against Tottenham.
And that's the thing, Alfie. Like you say, you want to keep the ball better with Cresswell, but Kara keeps the ball better than Soufal.
Yeah, but Dawson doesn't get the ball better than Kara in the central defence and the best.
I don't think Dawson's that bad. I thought last season was much better at passing the ball forward.
I think, Alfie, I think that's true, but the drop off, I don't think is like.
It's just what I think. Just what I think.
So the thing is, we don't have to worry too much about the centre. Costa ain't going to be putting loads of pressure on Dawson Zuma, so they don't have to pass the ball too fast.
Well,
But I won't worry about Costa.
I've got to admit,
I'll worry about Jimenez.
I've got to
Jimenez won't be playing, I don't think.
I've got to quickly comment on this.
Go on.
I get what you're saying. As I said, I respect everyone's opinion on there, all of that. But I would personally play Kehrer in the middle because I think the most important area keeping the ball in build-up is the centre. And I do remember watching us lose 1-0 to Wolves last year. Dawson was absolutely shit. And I'm not saying
that was
Dawson's
Cresswell
a bad
that game.
player. I'm not saying Dawson's a bad player. But in my opinion, especially with how he's played when he's played this season, the best player to play in that centre of defence at the moment to build the ball up is Kehrer. And Soufal, as shit as he's been this year, if he has a short pass option in in Paqueta, I think he'd look a little bit better and it would eradicate some of our weaknesses.
And let me finish my thought because I am going to come around to something like that. So I'm putting Carrot right back simply because I think he's better than Soufal. I think he's the best crosser of the ball at the club currently right now, especially after the Tottenham performance, putting some worldy crosses. Then I think Dawson and Zuma could continue to be the absolute beautiful pairing that they are. And then this is why I would start Carrot right back. Say we're possessing the ball. We get into halftime. It's 0-0. You can easily, if you want to mix it up, you can easily just put Carrot back at center half and then bring on Soufal if you want to. I personally would not. But I think Carrot right back provides flexibility and positivity. And then, as I explained, Dawson, because I don't want to see Soufal or Ben Johnson personally at right back. So I think that's the best setup or nailed on for me. And then my missing links at goalkeeper, I can't really be fussed. I would personally play Areola, but Fabianski has not had a bad season. I just think Areola offers more than Fabianski, which I think is a fact. But again, Fabianski, I wouldn't say deserves to be dropped. So, but for me personally, I'd go Areola. Left back, I'm going Emerson all day long. Like James pointed out earlier, the defensive differences between Cresswell and Emerson is not anywhere close. I think they're about the same. If you did have to ask me to pick one, I would say Cresswell is a bit better defensively, but not.
Please, Emerson makes up for it so much with his pace. He's so much quicker than Cresswell.
Agree. And I'd rather
the balls come over the top. Emerson can do
I'd rather
better.
see our left back get forward, and I think
disagree.
I think Emerson has a very.
That's a fact, Alfie.
It's not a fact, Mitch. Not every opinion you say is correct.
Alfie, I say it's a fact that Emerson's quicker than Cresswell. That's a fact.
Yeah, he's quicker. Yeah, that's not the most important part of football, though.
I didn't say it was. I just said that it's a fact that he's quicker.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm quicker than Cresswell.
So, and I think Emerson has a progressive mind. So I want to see him move up the pitch, progress the ball, play forward passes. My other midfield partner, I would personally put Fornals in the midfield. So ideally, I would have Rice in the middle, Fornals on the left, Paqueta on the right, and then I would have Scamacca up top because I think he would offer us more in a possession-based tactic than Antonio, just because you can get Scamacca the ball at his feet. He's got an absolute wicked shot on him, and he can lay the ball off beautifully, decent passer. And everyone could think a bit different, but just me, I'm looking at this as a possession match. Personally, I think Wolves are going to give us the ball, and if we're going to possess the ball most of the time, I think the lineup I put together would win.
I completely agree with your lineup.
Let me ask
I've
something.
got my finger just about to start calling over Bowen, but aside from that, I think it's bang on.
And real quick, like I said with my back line, I think Carrot right back provides a lot of flexibility going further into the match if you wanted to make a change, aggressive or conservative. Because like I said, Carrot, in my opinion, best crosser of the ball right now. If things aren't going well, you can literally just take Carrot to center half, Dawson off for Soufal if you want to.
The only thing I will say with that team, and I don't disagree because you picked the same midfield as me, you picked Bowen, you picked Zuma, Carrot's in there. The only problem is with Carrot at right back is I don't think you're going to really need him bombing up and down that wing as much. Like I think,
James.
you know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing. Like me personally, I'm not the biggest critic of a back three. But if you gave me Kerr, Zuma, Dawson as a back three, I don't think that's bad at all.
Right.
And like I
I
said,
agree.
Kerr provides flexibility to go conservative or aggressive later in the match.
Right, one question before we make that disappear. If that team comes out and Antonio is starting over Skamaka, does that team do better than with Skamaka in it?
I would say no, just because Antonio's not bad with the ball at his feet, but he's not as creative or has the quality that Skamaka has. Skamaka could literally get the ball at his feet, make a turn, and just put it top bins, in my opinion.
I think this game's more suited to Skamaka, personally.
But I don't think Antonio would do I don't want to say the word worse, but I feel like Skamaka's qualities fit this match a lot more than Antonio's. If it was a counterattacking match, I'd probably stick Antonio up top.
I get your points, and I think what Mitch said was fair, and mostly what you said's fair, Lucas. But I think when you said the only point I majorly disagreed with was when you said Skamaka's more creative. Antonio's probably one of the most creative forwards in the league. I've never seen. I think Skamaka's record in terms of creating chances and actually in play is actually quite poor.
Not even that way. I'm talking like just flicks, his ideas.
I know, yeah, I get that as well. But I watched Germany, England the other night, and yes, I agree that not Germany, England, Italy, England, and I agree Skamaka's going to be an outstanding striker, and he's arguably better than Antonio right now. But sometimes, I don't know if everyone's noticed this, but Skamaka will have a great passing option to the right, and he'll try a shot from about 35 yards. That's the one thing that winds me up about Skamaka.
But he does get them on target, though. He likes to have a shot, but he does score some good goals from outside the box, I must admit.
Yeah, I do like him. I just think Antonio right now, I think it's quite underrated by some people, because I think what he offers overall is very, very good, and I think he's done very well this season, despite what his goal record might say.
Yeah,
I 100% agree. I just think things just need freshening up.
Right, predictions time.
They will sit deeper.
What do you reckon, Mitch, for Saturday predictions?
I reckon it'll be possibly one goal in the game, and it'll go either side. I can't call it though, so I'm just going to stick with a 0-0.
0-0 draw. Alfie.
I think we will win. Personally, I think we'll win. I see it in my head, and I had a dream, not in a real life dream, but I had a dream in my head, a sort of daydream.
MLK.
I'll talk through it quickly. It won't be long. Turn up at the station, see Mitch and Lucas. I'm 5'9", they're both 6'4". I get quite intimidated at first, but we end up in the TGIs. We all order a full rack of ribs. Mitch eats his, Lucas eats his. I leave one. Anyway, we go to the game, and we see an enthralling fixture. Wolves miss a few chances. There's a penalty for Wolves, and they miss it. And a few of the fans are screaming. I'm not even sitting near Mitch, but I can hear him swearing. Anyway, we end up winning 2-0, 2 goals in the 67th minute and the 78th, both from Saeed Benrahma. James creams himself at home. I cream myself in the stadium. We're just delighted with what's going on. So we win the game 2-0, come out the stadium. I talk to Mitch and Lucas. Brilliant. Lucas gets knocked out. Suddenly a Wolves fan has come out of nowhere, knocks him out with one punch. Me and Mitch start crying. James falls up in his car. James 2-foots him.
That was that was an absolute beautiful soliloquy.
I'm going to say something
to
I'm going to say to everyone in the chat: don't do drugs. That's all I'm going to say, because Alfie must be on drugs, mate. That means I ain't getting out my car for no one.
I'm actually looking forward to the amount of swearing that's going to occur on Saturday, because I have a pretty foul mouth. I have the mouth of a sailor and a pirate. Me and Mitch is a power duo in the cursing game. Could be absolute scenes.
Can I ask Alfie a question though? Alfie, can I have your
Yeah.
prediction, please? Apart from all that, I
2-0.
didn't get his prediction.
2-0.
2-0
going
to
to
West
miss
You're
the
Ham.
gonna
penalty.
2-foot the bastard that knocks me out.
Wolves are going to miss
Right.
the penalty. The XG is going to be close. Cyberman is going to score a screamer, and Mitch is going to score a creamer. He's going to cream himself live in the stadium.
Right, fair enough. All this creaming. You know what I
If
mean?
he's win
Make
2
sure you
0
cream.
I'll be emotional.
Right, I'm going to say I'm nervous about Saturday. I really am.
Don't be
On
shaky.
all
Do
seriousness,
it.
I feel that this game is make or break. This one. I think if we turn up on Saturday and we don't put a good performance in, I'm worried. I really am. I think the rail strike could affect West Ham also. I think with the lack of fans travelling to the game because of the rail strike,
I don't think
I hope it doesn't affect the team when you look at the crowd and it's half full in there. Nevertheless, though, I am going to say that West Ham might get over the line in this one, though. I will say that. I agree with Mitch. I don't think there's many goals in this game, but West Ham have to be on the front foot. I think if West Ham go a goal down, I don't think West Ham win the game or get anything out of the game. I've just not seen nothing
I
of
agree
us
with that. Yeah.
like this season. So I'm going to say a 1-0 win, and I'm going to say Jared Bowen scores the goal. I think Bowen, he loves to score against this team. He needs to do something, Bowen. So I'm going to say 1-0. And Lucas, finally to you, mate. You're entering the UK shore on Saturday morning.
James, before you go to Lucas, can I quickly announce it? What's going to go on?
Go ahead.
Saturday, Lucas is doing a vlog, day in the life of Lucas in England. We're going to show us in TGIs, us in the stadium, us outside the stadium, us in the nightclub, and then we're going to show us back at Lucas's establishment. And if you watch it, you'll get to see James do his first video on the membership thing with me and Lucas. Mitch is ill that day. We're reviewing a cheesecake.
And what we're gonna do, a rib review.
Yep.
A rib review, courtesy of E20 Zone TV. I've heard it all now. I've heard it all.
Jesus.
Lucas, can we get to your prediction, please, bro?
And before I start, like I said, Alfie, beautiful soliloquy you went on. If that dream came true, that'd be absolutely marvelous. Except for the part of me getting knocked
Get
out.
your money on. That's what I'll say. 67th minute, I think it is. First
I
goal.
get knocked out, and Fever pulls up in whatever, and 2-foots the bastard. That'd be nice. But
Funniest bit is Mitch spits on him.
goodness gracious. But for the match, I'm also a bit worried, a bit shaky, a bit nervous.
I don't get shaky.
Just because I really
I get
don't
nervous.
I don't know what to expect, in all honesty. Like, Moyes could totally blow our mind with a completely different lineup to what we think. We could be on the ball most of the match. Could be play counter. I really just don't know what's going to happen. But like Mitch said, one thing I can guarantee, I think there will be one goal in this match. And whoever that goes to, I do not know. But I am going to say 1-0 to the Cockney boys. Just because I think we do have a bit more quality than Wolves. And if my prediction is right that we're going to possess the ball, I think we will find a way to put in a banger. I don't know who it's going to come from. I'm going to go, fuck it. Kerr. He's going to score a 30-yard screamer from outside the box.
Taylor Kerr.
Yeah. And, it's going to be happy days. We're going to win 1-0. We're going to go out. We're going to go to the club. We're going to celebrate. And
James, you going to come to the club or not?
Most likely, I will be in it somewhere.
We're just going to be rolling thunder.
Your back of ribs and you're creamed everywhere. But that's beside the point.
I hate to reveal it live, but Lucas has already revealed he's going to pants Mitch in the club.
Jesus.
Fair enough, mate. Listen, in all seriousness, though, and I just want a serious opinion because this has gone a bit freak mode. If Moyes doesn't get this team selection right on Saturday, he can't play Souček. He can't play. Well, I think Emerson deserves a start. I mean, I think he needs to be freshened up. And if Moyes don't get this right on Saturday, I do fear for his job, mate. I really do.
If Souček don't start, we've got a chance.
Yeah.
The thing
need
is,
to say it fresh.
For me, I'm going to be honest, and I just want you all to trust your gut here. We all know, unfortunate or not, we all know Souček is going to start.
But is that the right call, though, Alfie?
No. But we all know it. We all absolutely know it. Do you think he's going to start, James?
I think he's the first name on the fucking team sheet for him. To be honest, I don't like to admit it, but it's just when Moyes picks his team, we all know there's four favourites.
Souček is Paulie.
Like it's Souček,
What?
Antonio, Cresswell, 4-0.
First name on the team sheet.
Do you know what I mean? So we all know it. And listen, I agree with Mitch. And I sent Mitch a video that he'd done about 10, 12 months ago, right? Of him and Affers having a debate about.
Yes, I need to watch it. I watched that. I forgot to watch it.
Can you send that
You'd
to
have
me
to watch
as well?
it, right?
Right, I'm gonna.
And I will put it in the sort of community page on YouTube. And Ito has said that Souček is a championship player, and this was a year ago. Right? And so he hasn't lied. And I just don't think if Moyes plays Souček, then I just think Moyes is just destined for failure.
I would say this: if Moyes actually wanted to make a statement of intent that he's willing to change, the two names that will not be on the team sheet tomorrow would be Souček and Soufal.
We're not playing tomorrow, mate, so they won't be on it.
You know what I mean?
He knows what he means. It means
but Soufal and Souček. Shut up. Soufal and Souček. If they're not on the team sheet, I think it's a serious statement of intent that Moyes is willing to change.
One last question.
No matter what the other players are, if Souček and Soufal don't start, I will be extremely happy. You could start Cresswell and fucking Bowen. I don't care. I'll be over the moon.
What about Ryan Gilton?
Let me ask you this question quickly, right? If Aguerd is fit, ignore Alfie for a minute. If Aguerd is fit, do you start Aguerd, Mitch?
He ain't fit. He's nowhere near fit.
I think he is fit, mate.
He's not even fucking come back to first team training yet.
Isn't he?
He's not training yet, James.
Mate, get him out in the wheelchair, mate.
I know you're excited, James.
100%.
Maybe like Southampton, he might be ready.
Well, yeah, I do think if Aguerd was fit, I would start him, but I don't think he is. On that note, I have to really quickly shout out. If you're in London, when Lucas is down, me, James, Mitch, and Lucas and Affers are going to make a five-a-side team. So come and watch if you want.
And we will also be doing. We'll be signing autographs just outside the Carpenters. We're going to set up a little stall. Me and James doing it, and Lucas just behind, just like printing all the stuff off.
I'll save you all the autographs, and I'll drink a beer with you.
Yeah, and I'll let you buy me. I'll let you all buy me a pint as well if you want.
Yeah,
why not?
Top man.
Right, I'm going to wrap it up there before I get told what else I'm doing that I don't even know about. So yeah, that's listen. Much pleasure to all you lads for coming on tonight. I really do appreciate every single one of you.
Great show, I've loved it.
Lucas, I'm looking forward to seeing you, mate. Like, do you know what I mean? I haven't seen you for a while. You come over. At the beginning, when was the last time you come over, Lucas? It was this year, wasn't it? It was like
April.
That's when it was. Yeah, so I ain't seen you for a little bit, but it's good to have Lucas back over on the UK soil. So, yeah, I'll be picking Lucas up Saturday morning, dropping him back to the ends, and then he's getting ready to go out. So yeah, it's all good. And listen, let's make sure we get a result on.
Please,
on
I need
Saturday
to witness
night.
a win. I haven't seen us win.
Well, the last time Lucas
heartbreak.
come over, we didn't win a game. So the omens have got to change.
Quick review. We lost Frankfurt. We lost
Arsenal.
Brighton. We lost Arsenal. I did get to see Man City draw for Mark Neville's last home match. Which,
Brighton.
Again, I was absolutely blacked out, crying. And
he didn't go to Norwich, and we won 4-0.
One thing I want to say is I'm going to try and see as much as I'm going to see Lucas on Saturday, the one man I want to see as well as Lucas is you, James Fever. I've got to see Mr. Fever.
Well, I'm incognito, as they say, yeah, but you will. Listen, all the best to everyone. And listen, West Ham need a win on Saturday. There's no two ways about that. Right, I need to see a reaction. Right,
There ain't even three ways about that. We need to win.
I need 3 points. Anyway, I'll see you again in the next one. Peace.
There it is. I've never found a love like this.